Hello everyone. So let's begin chapter 3 of expense, and this chapter is written by Francis Bacon. Okay, this chapter is written by Francis Bacon. It is an essay which teaches us how we should spend our money or manage our financial matters. Okay, and the author is also saying that readers to be spend a portion of their income because the future is uncertain. Okay, it means we should save some money from our income, okay, for future purposes or future uncertainties. Okay, uh, uncertainty here means something bad is happen. Okay, uncertain means something bad is happen, that which you are not expecting. Okay, so there are some relevant points I have taken here. And first point is, riches are for spending and spending for honor and good actions. Okay, the author is saying that riches are for spending. If you are rich, okay, if you are rich, then your spending should be for your honor and for your good actions. Okay, not for bad actions. Extraordinary expenses must be limited by the worth of the occasion. So, okay, what is extraordinary expenses and ordinary expenses? Ordinary expenses are your basic expenses like for food, milk, grain, petrol. So these expenses incurred daily. Okay, but what is extraordinary expenses? Suppose you planned a day out and you have lunch outside, okay, or you have a vacation in other country or city. So these are your extraordinary expenses. Okay, and the author is saying we should spend money thoughtfully so that the servants might not deceive us or abuse our money. Okay, here the author is also saying we should not let our servants spend our money. Okay, we should spend our money by ourselves. Okay, next point is expense does not exceed the half of income. Okay, in the next point the author is saying our expense should not exceed the half of income. Suppose your income is 50,000. Okay, the half of 50,000 is 25,000. So the author is saying your expenses should not be greater than 25,000. Okay, and the remaining part of your income, that is 25,000, should be saved for future uncertainties. Okay, or for future purposes. It is good to be frugal or thrifty. What do you mean by frugal or thrifty? Thrifty means a conjuice. Frugal or thrifty means a conjuice. It is good to be using money and other resources carefully and not wastefully in some expenses. Okay, so other author is saying that it is not bad to be frugal in some expenses. Okay, next one is hasteful. Hasteful means rapidity, very swiftly. Clearing the state. State, what do you mean by state here? Your immovable assets. What is your immovable assets are? Your house, okay, your field means your khet. Okay, so the author is saying we should not clear it means we should not sell our immovable assets very rapidly, because it hurts you and your family. Because it hurts you and your family. Very important point. Okay, very important point. We should look our state by ourselves. Okay, it means he's saying that we should look our property by ourselves. Do not depend upon our servants. So please do not depend upon your servants. Next one is clearing the state portion by portion induces a habit of frugality. Okay, if you spend, if you clearing your state portion by portion, if you sell your state portion by portion, it induces a habit of frugality. Okay, it makes you conjuice, because you know the pain of selling your state or clearing your state portion by portion. Okay, now it is less dishonorable to abridge petty charges than to stop petty gettings. Okay, it what is the meaning of this point here? It is less dishonorable, okay, to abridge. Abridge means curtail. Curtail means to stop. Or what do you mean by petty? Petty means small charges. Okay, so the author is saying we should curtail our petty charges. Okay, we should curtail our petty charges and do not let stop the petty gettings. Okay, what do you mean by petty gettings? Petty gettings means your small income. Okay, your chutput incomes. Okay, so these are our petty gettings, and we should curtail. We should stop our small charges like uh, that is wasteful expenses. We should stop our small wasteful expenses. Okay. Next point is a man ought warily to begin charges which once began will continue, but in matters that return not he may be more magnificent. Okay, so it means that we should spend our money very carefully and thoughtfully. Okay, so this is the meaning of this whole chapter. Okay, so keep these points in your mind. Okay, so this is a this chapter is giving us very good message. Okay, it teaches how to manage our financial matters. Okay, so this is the end of this chapter summary. 1 minute, let me clear this. Okay, so let's talk about textbook exercise. Okay, so textbook exercise, please refer your textbook for questions. uh, Maybe I have written some answers here only. Okay, so find single words in the lesson which have roughly the meaning given below. Wonderfully fine. Wonderfully fine means magnificent. To fall to a lower or worse state means decay. The quality of being dishonest is a baseness. Okay, your baseness. Baseness means here the baseness is our servants. Okay, so next one is the great respect and admiration which people have for a person, country, etc., often publicly expressed. That is estimation. Next is the money used or needed for a purpose. That is gettings. Okay. Now the next is use the following words in your sentences: hardly, scarcely, and barely. So these are all negative words. That is, I hardly reached to the station and train left. It means मैं स्टेशन पहुंचा ही था और ट्रेन छूट गई. Okay. Now the scarcely is also a negative word which shows very small quantity. Okay. It shows it is not enough. It is not enough. Okay. So there is scarcely 1,000 rupees in flood relief fund account. Okay. So this means there is scarcely 1,000 rupees. Okay. बड़ी मुश्किल से 1,000 rupees हैं. That it means that is not enough for your purpose. Okay, so this is scarcely. Next is barely. Barely means I barely had time to finish the work. Barely means it is also a negative word. It means मेरे पास टाइम ही नहीं है, मेरे पास शायद ही टाइम हो कि मैं ये काम खत्म कर सकूं. Okay, I barely. Next is say the following words and notice the difference in their pronunciation and meaning. Okay, this is question number 3 is your home assignment. Okay, so please write this home assignment in your respective notebooks. Okay, so next one is grammar part. In this table is directly taken from your textbook. That is primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. So primary auxiliaries are be form. That is am, is, are, was, were, do, does, did, have, has, had. What is modal auxiliaries? Can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must, am to, is to, are to, have to, ought to, used to, need, dare. So these are modal auxiliaries. Okay. So let's talk about verb. As you know that verb is the action word. Okay. Verb is the action word. So verb are of two types. That is main verb and auxiliary verb. And you have know the main verb. What is the main verb here? Main verb are simple verbs like sing, sang, singing, sung, teach, Okay, teach, taught, okay, run, ran. Okay, so these are main verbs. Okay, these are main verbs. Now, what is auxiliary verbs? Auxiliary verbs and their forms. So, okay, so auxiliary are two types: primary auxiliary and modal auxiliary. Okay, so B form of primary auxiliaries are is, are, am, was, were, being, been, and modal auxiliaries of B form can, might, may, must, will, need not. Okay, like and have, has, had, having. These are primary auxiliaries of a have. Now the modal auxiliaries of have is shall, daren't, should, ought. What are the primary auxiliaries of do? Do, does, did, doing, done. Okay. What are the modal auxiliaries of do? Would, used to, could. Okay. So please remember this table. Okay. Now you know the main verb and auxiliary verb. Okay. Now you know the difference between main verb and auxiliary verb. Okay. So auxiliary are of two types: primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Okay. So this is the end of this part 1. In the next part, I'll tell you the question answers. And please, home assignment. What is your home assignment? Please write glossary words with their meanings in your respective notebooks. So this is your home assignment, okay, of this chapter. Okay, thank you. Happy learning.